Hello again, country people. Welcome to another edition, powerful and educative, of your law program, Know Your Rights, for Christed Radio and Television. Remember, say this, na the Ogbonge program, where they talk about the law, where they talk about our country, constitution, that na the law where they guide Nigeria as a country. Waiting those laws they talk about, waiting be the rights where country people get according to this law and how we feel use these rights. If you've been joining us for our last episode, we've been to talk about the rights and responsibilities of country people where they go vote when it concern elections. Today, we will continue the conversation and our focus now be say, after election, what next? If you don't finally put our leaders for chair and they no come they perform well, wetin you suppose do as a country person? These days, people then we sabi go they shout, recall them, impeach them. But the question now be say, when you hear recall, when you hear impeach, wetin then they really talk about? Who exactly get the power to take comot these leaders for inside position? Ordinary Nigerians fit stand up and just say, we don't want our leader again, comot am. Abi people just they use politics, till they talk wetin they talk. On top this episode today, we go back to the constitution, carry Ogbonge lawyer, enter for inside studio, so that if we break everything down, make we all understand where the power of country people for start and where it for end. My name na Princess Anyana. And I no dey alone for inside the studio. I get Ogbonge lawyer Justice Oga Esquire with me for the studio today. Justice, thank you. Say you join us again for Know Your Rights.
Thank you for having me once more.
All right. So you've been there here on our last episode, and we talk a lot about, the rights, responsibilities of country people when it comes to matter of elections. And if I remember very well, you get a part where you for even make reference to this matter of impeachment. Now look, say, Kai, we need to further the discussion to that. So, going now for inside the program, the first thing when I go ask you now, say plenty people for this country, they feel, say, once they don't vote leaders enter inside chair, that is it. Country people no get any power again. Now to just take whatever they have put there and wait for the next election cycle before they exercise their power again. That mind, not true. Country people no get any power again when it comes to leadership things them after elections.
That's mine, just like you talk, no be true. Just saying that just a matter of perspective, the way people look at things, you understand? So because, don't forget, every leader occupying any office, political office, is there because of who? The voters, the citizens. So the citizens actually put them in that position.
Okay.
That's one. And them in that position now, the citizen now feel hold them to account for waiting they happen in a particular position. But not be just outright. In order to protect the sanctity of a particular office, the constitution don't look things, say, okay, go make sense. May everybody wake up tomorrow, say, I don't like this president, make him come out. Or I don't like this person, may he come out. That's why if you look at the process of impeachment, for instance, it is very strict.
Okay, Justice, you don't move us go where we go. Now you say, truly, country people get more power after election.
Yes.
Not only election, but the power we then get in putting leader or not putting leader.
Yes.
So what be the other powers we then get? Because you just go and say the constitution make impeachment, we could not even know what be impeachment in the first place. So what be the powers where country people get? What else country people feel do if the person where you put position, not they try?
Okay, last week I said something. For instance, in the National Assembly, they are our elected representative. Now, why then they call various aspects like constituency? So one person from that place, they represent 1,000 other individuals. So if those individuals now feel, say, person at the national level, for instance, they do well, they have the right to speak to their elected representative. Say, okay, person where they maybe as president, we no want am again, you can champion this cause for us at the National Assembly or at the House of Representatives,
Okay.
whichever way. Because you know, say for Nigeria, we operate a bicameral legislature. You understand? So we get National Assembly and House of Representatives.
No, that's Senate and House of Representatives. I make up the National Assembly.
Yeah, sorry. The Senate and House of Representatives makes up the National Assembly.
Yes.
You understand? So these two bodies now are responsible on behalf of the citizens. So it means like we don't send them go there. So anything we want talk, they talk on our behalf. So no be me directly now will come speak because they represent a constituency. Now, why if you notice, for instance, most senators will try to champion a cause that favors their constituency. Now, why a senator go to say constituency projects, we know they get them again. So why is this so? Because it is meant to benefit people from that constituency.
Okay.
You understand? So as a citizen now, I get that right to speak to my elected representative. Say, okay, see the way country be or see the way things be. We are no longer having confidence in this government. So you know what to do. So that one now then they speak on our behalf. So that is one step. What if another step now you say the person where you even carry go there
to go represent
you, no, they even do well. You won't carry and come back house. Now that one now they call recall.
Okay.
So there are two different things: impeachment, recall. Not be say then they different. Now still the same end game. But the thing is that impeachment deals exclusively with the executive. It means say now only those who occupy the helms of the executive arm of government. Now you feel impeach. And then you can only recall those in the legislative arm, just like senators, honorables, or even those at the State House of Assemblies. You understand? So now these people now you feel recall, and then you can only impeach those in the executive arm of government, which we have as president, vice president, governor, and deputy governor.
Okay, so if I get your talk now, now two ways now the country people feel exercise their power on their whoever they elect.
Yes.
That way they use election put for work. Now the first one we get to do with recall. Now for lawmakers, both
yes.
State House of Assembly, National Assembly, and now country people go fit do that one by their hand. But when it comes to impeachment, that one only work for Presido and the governor them. And that one now your National Assembly, don't say your lawmaker, now then get the power to do it on your behalf.
Exactly.
So country people not fit do impeachment.
No, you know if you wake up, say you want impeach. If everybody wake up today, say we want impeach, which means we will not have a stable government. Because the reason why the constitution made it that way is because there must always be an opposition. No matter how good a government is, there must always be an opposition. But in a situation whereby you know that it is only majority that carries the day.
Yes.
You know that it becomes very strict, very stringent. You know, so we always talk, say, to impeach a governor or a president in Nigeria is more like how did they even put that thing for Bible?
Okay, a needle passing through the eye of a camel.
A camel passing through the eye of a needle.
Than so, for a rich man to enter kingdom of God.
Something that's similar. Because it not that easy to impeach a president, for instance. Let me even use the one which is most difficult, because for previous times we don't see where impeachment don't happen for governors. However, that one we will talk down when time reach, and how maybe the Supreme Court found it to be unconstitutional. You understand?
Okay, thank you. Now, take us through the processes. We'll come to this one because you don't open somewhere where I be they go later. But thank you so much for introducing me to it. But now, when we say recall, you feel take us through the process. How be the process to make them? Then when we also talk impeachment, how be the process, like the step-by-step process to make this happen? Make country people for know how it happens and if they want to take that action.
Okay. You know, recall is also a very strict process, because they that simple. You know, for you to recall a sitting senator or a lawmaker, let me put it precisely, because even for the House of Assembly for states, you can recall a member of the House of Assembly in a state. So for you to recall a lawmaker, the constitution mandates that you must have above 50% signatories. That is, people who don't sign say we no want this representative again. So if, for instance, 100 people now did that constituency,
yes,
and they want impeach,
they won't recall.
sorry, they won't recall the lawmaker, at least 51 of them must sign. Now, I even put this thing why it makes them very difficult. How many people they turn out? How many registered voters they turn out on election day?
Okay, so if 100 people dey that constituency or that area, and only 50.
Let me make this clarification.
Okay, please.
Not the total number of people, the total number of registered voters in that constituency.
Whether they vote or no vote,
whether they
registered.
vote or they no vote.
Okay, so if 1,000 people did that constituency, and now only, let's say, 500 now register, so it's only out of that 500, if they get 251,
exactly.
now they fit do record.
The
other 500 will no register. If fear, they no get out.
They no get out.
And then the ones too will register. If you no reach 251, nothing.
Nothing. Because that signatures now, I determine say, okay, these are the number of persons. You know, say before now, they no require verification of signature, because I go move forward to that point. Because no be just to say, okay, we don't agree, 51 of, I say 51 out of 100, don't agree, say, make this lawmaker or this senator come back house. If those number now, INEC must verify those signature. So no be person go sit down for house, say, okay, Mr. A agreed, Mr. B agreed, without the signature being verified. Being like, say, they don't verify, say, okay, true.
These people actually register.
Exactly.
So even after your constituency don't get all of that, you go still take count to INEC.
Yeah.
To confirm, say, this will not be ghost sign. Now, really sign of people then way he register.
Exactly. So now at that point now, because that part now was introduced in 2010. You know, there our law before.
Oh, okay.
You understand that verification of signatures? It be no did the law before, but for us to be sure that truly now people who did that place, they actually want this lawmaker to come back, they need to verify. You know, be like, say, person go don't go. I think lately we even have a recent case of Senator Natasha from Kogi Central.
Yes.
You see, it was not easy because you cannot easily verify those signatures. Nobody say it did that easy to say one may person come house. Maybe for political purpose. That is the reason why you need to do this verification. So once INEC don't verify, say, okay, this indeed true, it never finish for there. That's just like the first stage of the entire process. Now, INEC needs to do what is called a referendum. You go down here referendum before. So it's more like another election for that area to determine whether true we want this person out. It's just like a voting process. So una go back to polling unit, go decide, say this senator or this House of Rep member will not want them again. So if that position now, if they can't put them now, the law can't make them at a simple majority. So you don't need like impeachment. Now we go look for two-third. So a simple majority. If out of the 100 from the number one don't they use do mass since, out of the 100 person, 51 again come outside say we no want this senator again. Matter don't end with that. So the senator stands recalled. The thing is that INEC has a statutory time frame to complete this entire process, which is 90 days.
That's okay. 90 days after the constituency raised that, like the petition.
Yes.
Okay.
Once they submit that notice, it becomes the time start counting. So everything now have to be done within a particular time frame. You know, say it shouldn't be left open. Now, it make law a bit sweet in some aspect, because you know just one leave them as a vacuum. So if after that 90 days period now, nothing has been successfully proven, then it's actually a waste of a waste of time.
So the matter go just die go like that.
Matter don't finish.
But if in that 90 days they actually get that signature confirmed, can still get that voting confirmed, automatic.
Yes.
So that then go come write letter to the senator, say to your people don't call you back, or how?
They go give him a certificate, just the same way he was issued the certificate of return. You understand? So now INEC don't give you certificate, say, Oga, your people no want you again. So invariably, you are no longer a lawmaker. So go back house. We'll go find another person who go take over your constituency. So that's just the simple aspect of recall. Okay. When you talk of, have you moved to impeachment?
Yes, impeachment, okay. Please.
When you talk of impeachment, what I thought say impeachment is another large aspect. Now, for impeachment, our constitution now, under section 143 and section 188, talks about the mode of impeachment, how we will go ahead to impeach a president or vice president. That's under section 143. Then 188, how to impeach a governor or a deputy governor.
Okay, before you go on, I think say president and vice president are same spirit carry them. Are you saying they fit choose to impeach a president and leave the vice president, yes, not be the same boat carry as them come on one, the other one follow automatic?
No. Once a president is impeached today, automatically the vice president becomes the acting president. You understand? Not, yes, be the same thing, except a scenario where the president and the vice president is impeached. And even that one self, you know, me say the country becomes lawless. The Senate president automatically becomes the acting president, and you get time frame where you need to conduct election to fill that office.
We will come here. Oh yeah, go back to impeachment process, okay, and you explain this one.
So for impeachment now, there have to be a notice signed by at least 1/3 of the National Assembly. Now, I use the word National Assembly to include the Senate and House of Representatives. So one organ, if na organ, I go call them now, between the two, no go decide, say, na me dey in charge, na me get power pass another person. So at least these two bodies now will agree, 1/3. Means say out of, if na, my use number where it is simple to understand, if na 30 people dey, means say at least 10 of them must sign that petition.
Okay, 1/3, not 2/3.
We will reach to
okay,
2/3.
1/3 must sign.
Initial stage.
Yes.
You understand? Say we no longer have a vote of confidence. Now, why do you always hear that in vote of confidence, vote of
vote of no confidence, vote of confidence.
So we no longer have vote of confidence on this president. So they will now issue this notice, this letter to the Senate president. You know, the Senate president is the leader of the National Assembly.
Yes.
And he's in charge of the National Assembly. Now, once him don't receive this petition now, that one are like the first stage. So for that particular stage now, the senators now guys look into this matter. But in that regard, they will still serve the president or vice president, as the case may be. Say, okay, senators have saying that they no longer want you.
Yes.
And in that process now, the Senate has a period of 14 days, or rather before, they have a period of 7 days to serve the president.
Okay.
So that
River State just the ring from my head.
That's in that period thing. Now.
Yes.
They get just 7 days time frame to serve the. So once the Senate president receive him, yes, you know me say he stopped here. He must get a constitutional deadline. So he must not exceed 7 days. He go serve the president or vice president. Say the people no longer want you. You understand? Or the legislators are intending. You know, say as I talk, why they use the people? Because the legislators are the representative of the people. So anything where they do for there, now the voice of the people, it is believed to be the voice of the people. Man, put on like that, may not be like say the conversation is one-sided. So it is believed to be the voice of the people. So after they don't serve that the president, within that same time frame from when they got the notice, within a period of 14 days, them myself must vote. Now, this voting where they go vote, they know they go there to go debate or you know, they like other motions in the house. Say, okay, we want to debate
Lead
and do this
the
thing.
motion, all those
That one
things.
no consign them. Now to vote, this is the first stage of voting. Now where to third come in. You know, say now you need to have a higher margin. So if they put them into vote now, and to third agree, say this person must go, another thing will happen. I will talk about wetin go happen. And if they fail to reach that number, then matter don't die for that stage. I don't know whether you understand.
Yes,
For that
yes.
particular stage, the matter don't die.
Okay, so let's using that example where you start. You say if na 30 people, let's say let's say we get 30 for Senate, we get say 32 for House of Reps. The 60 of them, at least 20 must sign that petition of say we no want presido or we no want vice presido again. Then they will come send them to the presido or the vice presido in 7 days. Now in the middle of that 7 days, then now get 14 days to come and now vote. Then they will now expect to get that's 40, meaning 20 here, 20 here.
Exactly.
Out of the 30.
Exactly.
So, but if they can't get, say, 15 or 18,
it no reach.
Matter
don't end.
But they must get 20 each
Minimum.
to agree.
Yes.
So if they don't can't get that 20 each.
Now, when they don't get this number now, the law now mandates, the matter don't come out from their hand now, they go another place. The law now mandates them, mandates the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Now, you don't come out from legislature, don't they go judiciary. Mandates the Chief Justice of Nigeria to appoint people, to understand, of unquestionable character. Now, these people they go appoint, one, they must not be politicians. So they must not be public office holders. They must be purely people of unquestionable character. Now, like panel. It's just like say now like a Supreme Court panel.
Yes.
You understand? But these ones now the Chief Justice now go appoint them. In that process now, the president or vice president has the opportunity to come defend himself
for that panel,
either personally or by a legal practitioner. If you get a lawyer, we won't go represent them for that panel to defend them. Say, okay, all this allegation now no be true. Now, law myself give that panel 3 months to come up with a conclusion of their investigation, because their role now more like investigation. They are more like trying to find out what actually whether the presidents have actually violated, because I even forget to mention that one, that one of the reason or the major reason, not be even say one of the reason, the only reason recognized by the Constitution is that the president has violated the provisions of the Constitution. You know, say the Constitution, I mean, they give us the broader laws and everything. So once the president is has been found to have a gross misconduct
yes,
by violating the provisions of the Constitution, then in this impeachment process will start. Now the only reason be that. That is the only reason. So no be say maybe president do one particular thing, but now the National Assembly now then get the right to determine
whether the gross misconduct.
Exactly. Now then get the right to determine that, because they are the ones that will be regarded as holders of the Constitution, also protectors of the Constitution. Now then draft the Constitution, isn't it? They are the lawmakers. So they make laws on our behalf. So back to the panel.
Yes.
That have been stated. The panel now get that 3 months to determine whether the allegation of gross misconduct by violating the provisions of the Constitution has been proven successfully. Now, when the panel says that it has been proven, how did they talk for Hausa? Magana yakari. You understand? So there is no need for a further this thing. But when they say, for instance, or rather when they say that they no proof
beyond doubt,
matter don't end there. So now the legislature does not even have a power to
continue pushing the matter,
or to even go ahead with anything. So that particular stage now it don't determine say it don't end. But once that report has been established. The investigation has been established and sent to the National Assembly. You know, see, it's more like one arm don't finish in job. You tell them, say, okay, this is the next thing to do. Now, more like the National Assembly will still have to adopt what has been said, the report of the findings of the panel. Now, there another two-third majority come again. So once that two-third majority has been established, the holder of that office stands impeached.
Okay, they don't need INEC for impeachment.
They don't need INEC. They don't
but
need
for
anybody.
record, they need INEC.
Yes.
But for impeachment, they don't need INEC.
They don't need INEC. Okay. So it means that person in office now, the person stands impeached. So now for the body responsible, for the president or vice president to pack in kaya, they go house, and then the next person that the constitution gives the right to hold such office will be the one to hold that particular office.
Okay, that person now, you go hold the office for temporary, and then they go prepare another election. Or, like, for example, say they come up both president and vice president, and Senate president take over. Is it do and say na automatic saying take over, or na just to hold that place until when Nigerians now still go again and choose another person?
I will give you differences to the two.
Okay.
If the president, for instance, is the one who is impeached, and then his deputy is still there.
Yes.
Don't forget, say, in law or in the eyes of this thing, they came under one ticket.
Yes.
That was what prompted your question before that. Okay, since this person don't come out, why this one no follow
automatic?
But that's not the case. The person has a term of office, and they were voted to complete a term of office. So the vice president will come up to complete the term of office remaining for the president. So if now 1 year remain,
you go finish
the 1 year, after which there will be a new election. And then even decide, say, I won't contest, fine. So that's that about that. Okay. But in a situation where the Senate president, for instance, comes on board, it means, say, that time frame, they don't commot them entirely. That ticket that brought them to power, the vote
null and void,
is out totally. So they are totally cancelled. So you need a new election to fill in the place. However, it is mandated that the Senate president now, go can decide the election, but now go can conduct, man, no say decide, now go can conduct the election. But in conducting the election, he has a time frame of not more than 3 months. It's more like a caretaker.
Okay, something like transitional government.
Thank you. It's more like a caretaker. So you know we can't stay there forever. So it's within that time frame, there must be an election to fill the office. So if the election come under, might even say under 1 month, and everything has concluded under 1 month, his period in that office is over. The person who has been elected as president will now take over the office. So that's the difference between the two. Okay. The Senate president is not completing, but just serving more like a caretaker in that scenario. Then we'll answer another thing we not forget to point out. What if it is the deputy governor or vice president that is impeached? This office is not an office of election. Now, person bring you, come there.
Yes.
Right? So it is now at the liberty of the president
to just choose anybody
or governor to bring who his deputy will be. Just the same way you can't tell a presidential candidate who his running mate should be. It's the same way you can't tell a president or governor who his deputy should be.
Okay. Now, you don't talk plenty. Thank you so much. In case you just join us now, Christ Radio and Television. Now you still there on top so and know your rights. Now with the program, I get Justice Oga Esquire for inside the studio with me, and we talk what next after election. As country people, election don't come, don't go. You don't elect country people now. You don't elect your leaders. Now, if leaders know they perform well, waiting you feel do. Now, just as you talk plenty things, I'll get just a few questions because I don't say time, no day our side. Now, you say gross misconduct. That's if they violate the constitution. If now as a country person, let's say like as we do in Nigeria now, people now they look say, insecurity. Constitution tells say they need to protect us. Constitution say they need to give us road, do light, do all of those things. But Kai, if they go by waiting, they go on now, people they complain. Being power, things are cost, see insecurity. Now, please, if you know say you not feel do that work, come on for there. We don't even get some people shouting, say, make this man come on for chair. Now, if country people now come sit down, come say, Kai, this man no they try. And our National Assembly, your representative, no take any action. Waiting country people now fit do. Then what if people are talking, but the representative, they do hear, like say they no hear, because maybe as they pepper the down people, you know, reach them. What can be done? Then two, what if country people like the person? They feel say the person they do them well. But National Assembly or the lawmaker can look say, this person, he don't go against constitution. So they go just get right to go come out, and even if not putting their constitution. Is there anything the law talk on these two sides?
Okay. Now, I will come back to the saying that in line with the constitution now, that the primary responsibility of government is for the protection of lives and security of the citizens.
Yes.
Obviously, security and welfare. Now, so even put
okay, security and welfare of the citizens.
Yes. So in a situation where you say, okay, like Nigerian situation, you say that of insecurity, person will ask that does this not amount to gross misconduct? Does this not amount to a breach of the constitution? If the government cannot ensure security, one, welfare, which is regarded by the constitution as the primary, me say all that is the secondary. Me say the primary thing for every government is security and welfare. So education where we could even champion and every other things are secondary to what the government should ensure. That doesn't it amount to a gross misconduct for impeachment of president? The person who says that can be right. But the question we ask is, does the constitution empower you as a citizen to impeach a president? The answer is no. Express no. So you no get power reach that side. The only thing you can do in government, we call it pressure group. No be so. You can actually be involved in pressurizing those at the National Assembly to do the right thing. So if you have pressure groups and the rest influencing several ideas through pressure group, you discover that it is achievable, but it does not mean that it is easy. If, for instance, this group, they pressure this one, this constituency, they pressure their own representative, that this is what we want, it becomes loud. Okay. And at the end of the day, you can achieve something. But in a situation where everybody, they calm, nobody is even
one or two persons,
and even the few trying to talk are even being silenced. You mean say that one don't even no go even move at all. Then to the second leg of your question, say okay, the governor they do well, or the president they do well, or deputy they do well, but because of political reasons, it happen well for Nigeria. Because of political reasons, those in the National Assembly or those in the House of Assembly can't decide say, Kai, we no want this man. Take a look at more use Rivers State as an example, which is the most recent. You discover that yes, they can achieve their purpose, but does that make it lawful? Right? You know, one thing where the constitution talk is that the process of impeachment cannot be questioned before any court. Right? Impeachment rather cannot be questioned before any court. But the process leading to the impeachment, now in the capable of being questioned. You understand? So if it's not the decision for it of a court to go and ask the lawmakers that why did you impeach the president? It is not the question, but the process. Like when maybe you talk about two-third, they no do two-third. There was a particular case like that. I'm trying to get this in, but that was the in Oyo State, right, where a governor was impeached. Why was he impeached? Factional. A faction of the House of Assembly went to a hotel to hold their session. Now, where is regarded as the parliament? It's not hotel room. And that, will I say that faction now decided that the governor stands impeached. But the Supreme Court said no, that because you don't like a governor or a president, does not mean that you can just decide, a faction will decide without meeting one, the constitutional requirement, two-third.
Yes.
That two-third is a saying, it's not just a saying, it's because it is a real majority. If we did 30 for a room and 20 people speak, we are speaking with a loud voice. It's different from when 15 speak. It's different from when 10 speak. We speak with a loud voice. So that's why that requirement is there. So the Supreme Court now can question the process.
But they not feel involved inside.
But they no feel involved
they
themselves.
They not feel overturn them or stop them.
They cannot. But they can actually overturn an impeachment process that was not in line with the Constitution, that does not go in line with the Constitution. It has happened to a lot of governors. Even P2B of today also fell in that trap, where you know that members of House of Assembly decide to impeach. But at the same level, the Supreme Court was able to regularize everything.
Because they say the process no go right.
So that is just it. The process is what matters, that the Supreme Court can question. But if the entirety of the House of Assembly or majority of the House of Assembly, even if, let me put it that way, even if in a situation where people feel that this man is loved, right?
Yes.
He's loved, and then going through by that process, the process is flawless.
Yes.
The process that led to the impeachment is flawless. Even if the members of the society like the person who is impeached, the person stands impeached, as long as the process that led to the impeachment is not flawless. But we know as citizens, we also do not have, we also have our right in this regard, because how will you sit and your senator, you have it in mind, you say, okay, you love a governor and a speaker of a House of Assembly, for instance, or lawmakers in the House of Assembly now decides to impeach a governor, whereas you are there and you also have the right to recall, which is one of the easiest means. The power is directly in your hand, because that's where the law gives direct power to citizens, to voters. So in that regard, you are silent. There's no pressure on your legislature to do the right thing. Then you know that we are also part of the problem.
Okay, quickly, social media campaign. They feel use that until force impeachment or recall.
Social media campaign.
Yes.
Like campaigning.
Like people now will go social media, go they talk, or go they do like okay, let's say for example now during that time where they do the Electoral Act amendment, where some people they protest, you know, they enter social media everywhere, they hot. Can such things them influence recall or impeachment?
Yes, it can influence. Influence in the sense that, you know, these are ideologies. Once an idea is being pushed and is bought by a lot of persons, you discover that it goes a long way. We are talking of the Electoral Act amendment, for instance. You know, the issue of transmission, electoral transmission of result, was an issue that most was fought on social media and also via protests and the rest.
Yes.
But we discovered that if not for this idea that was being pushed, it would have been totally be removed. Because when you look at electoral transmission, it was only easily passed by the House of Representatives at the first instance.
Before the later change.
Yes, at the first instance, but not at the level of the Senate. To tell you that there's disparity, which must be harmonized between the two. This idea now forced that at least, okay, we cannot remove it totally because these people are pushing for it, but we should have a clause. So that's what I can say. We had our say, which influenced them, but we didn't have our way, if I can put it that way.
Okay, so you go call and say it's a win for country people.
For electoral transmission.
Yes, for that, yeah.
To an extent, right? Because if institutions in Nigeria are allowed to function properly, there is nothing entirely wrong with the clause. The reason why people are protesting or pushing for electoral transmission is the fact that institutions in Nigeria rarely have their independence. they rarely have their independence, or even if they are independent to an extent, they are still being influenced. So someone can decide to be in a polling unit today. We have agreed, we have counted the vote and everything. But because of one benefit the person will stand to achieve, let's not forget that there are things that happen to people that most times, if you have not been put in that scenario, you will not know. You actually blame people for doing what they do, but most times you don't know what actually gave them that situation. I saw a story sometime, a social media post about a soldier who was bribed because his daughter was removed from school, sent for school fees, and he didn't have money to pay for the school fees. And then these terrorists were coming, and then because he didn't have any choice, they wanted to bribe him with money. So he had no choice but to take the money and allow this thing to pass without conducting search on the vehicle. And at the end of the day, that same vehicle that passed went to the school where the daughter was, and that was where the whole incident happened. So these are just things you don't never can tell. They are, if your institution is strong, then you know that yes, it is strong, nothing can be done. But individuals are subject to being compromised one way or the other.
Okay, so as we don't dey prepare to close mouth now for this matter, as we dey round up, e get some, if there are about maybe 2, 3, 4, some constitutional truths where you really want, just like a wrap up, I just want make you do it like a recap, say wetin be those constitutional truths, those facts about the powers wey country people get after election wey dem go need to know.
Okay, there are quite a number of powers, right? Apart from the fact that you are a voter. Now, the first part, you know that you have a right to be treated fair by the government. So, now, right, it's just more like part 2 of the constitution. There are various rights that are there for the government to actually, there are things that the government ought to provide, which is you have a right to, let's say, infrastructure, healthcare, and the rest. So where the government fails to meet on this, you now decide to say, okay, they are not meeting, and I can decide to maybe exercise my power. And in exercising your power, I've stated the ways you can actually exercise, because it's not direct. That's why some people will say, this person is there, let's wait for the next 4 years, or let's wait for the next 8 years, depending on how they see the government.
Yes.
So they believe that, okay, this government to them, or a particular government, is a waste, and then they will have to just wait because they feel that it is impossible for them to exercise. But that is not entirely true, right? Because some of these things can be contested in court. There are instances where you can take some of these things to be contested in court. You know, our constitution says that part 2 is not justiciable, meaning we cannot force take matters to court regarding those matters. But there have been instances where areas of this part of the constitution have been litigated in court, and at the end of the day, results have been gotten. So let's also know that we have a right, and our right, when an election ends, does not mean that that is all. If a mistake has been made in that election, you know that even before the next election, you start ahead of time to correct your mistake. That's if you are the kind of person that believe that, okay, let's wait till the next 4 years, which is at, will I say, more like what is obtainable in Nigeria in most instances. Because when you have elected an official, most times it is to the next 4 years where you see that citizens have the right again to either vote out
or return
the person to the office that the person has been conducted. So the constitution guarantees quite a lot, I must say, quite a lot. So apart from your right to recall, your right to fair treatment, infrastructures, and the rest, you know that at any point in time, even when your rights are being infringed, even by the same government, you can actually take the government to court. I know most people don't know that you can actually sue the government. They will say, okay, I go about hearing this saying very well, after God, now government. Yeah, it's It's kind of true, but it's not entirely true. If okay, there's a story trending now of a federal government seizing allocating a land that did not belong to them before, right? Taking over. You know, government the Land Use Act, for instance, provides how government can take over lands, right? Which the reason why the federal government took over that land, for instance, was not a requirement in the Land Use Act. So therefore, the Supreme Court have revoked that decision. So they forget the fact that it is the federal government. Most times you hear federal government say, president too, so I have no decision. You forget about it. But these things like this can actually be challenged in court, and I'm sure to a very large extent, victory is always assured.
All right, say you don't hear and this now where we're going to wrap up on top the matter. But as we come to the end of today Know Your Rights episode, one important thing when me personally don't learn from my talk with Justice Oga on top the program be say, democracy no give country people unlimited power, but at the same time, you not just give, you not leave them powerless. The constitution don't drop plenty ways where you go feel hold leaders accountable. You hear them now, say some of them. Now you as a country person get them. That's now why you need to know your rights. You feel do recall, you feel do protests, and you feel take government to court if you feel say they know they do well. Remember, like we talk, if now your lawmaker know they do well, try make una gather the signature then. Confirm signature people that will register. Do all of what you need to do. Call back that lawmaker. If we begin to do so, then go sit up. And then you feel also do petition, do public, what you call them, public discourse, a big class action, what you call it, where you say people feel gather.
Okay, more like a class action, right?
Say people feel gather together with one voice, and then make sure say you push your lawmaker to do the impeachment process. If you know say you know one president or governor or even the vice again, and then all of that go work for you. The important thing be say every Nigeria supposed know the difference between political talk, recall am, impeach am, understand what those things mean and waiting the law talk. Thank you so much, Justice Oga. Say you help us to pieces this matter in a better way, we will go understand.
Thank you for having me.
And for you, if you enjoy everything we say we do today, just know say knowledge no dey finish. If the discussion don't really open your eye, not keep on to yourself. If you get questions to ask, enter for inside the comment section of this video. Ask your questions, seek for your clarification, and we will definitely get them across to you. No stop there, share this program with your family, your neighbors, and your friends. Continue to follow Christ Radio and TV for more episodes of Know Your Rights. Like I always talk, country person where they informed, na him be the stronger citizen. You get anything where you want to know more on top the Constitution, I beg, send them to all of our social media pages. We there for TikTok, we there for Instagram, we there for X, we there for YouTube, and we there for Facebook. Ask your questions. Seek for waiting you want. Your question fit even become part of our next program. We there at Christ Said Radio TV everywhere, or just go www.christsaidradioandtv.com. Thank you. Say you there with us. Until we come again, continue asking questions, knowing the law, obeying the law. Your rights matter. Know them, use them. My name na Princess Anyana. Enjoy the rest of your day.